Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Watkins, Glen for race 22 of the NRSL Men 41 Cup Series season. Trucks are off this week. It's the second road course race of the season. Meadowlands last week was pretty good. I mean, stuff happened and people got wrecked, and the point standings kind of got all jumbled. Get to that in a minute. First, let's look at your starting lineup. Charles Sanford and Charles Jackson are on the front row. It's the Charles and Charles show on the front row. If I can find row 2 here. Martin Suarez and Peter Sands are in row 2. LJ Toledo, Jonathan Zorn in row 3. Alex Gray, Johnny Gardner in row 4. With Michael Model, Caleb Hoffman in row 5. Gardner off a win. Got his second win last week on the season at Meadowlands. Hometown drivers today include Johnny Gardner, as well as 31 of Joshua Sekuli. Here's your top 5 in points. Colin Denton now has a 29-point lead over Michael Amato after Amato's bad race last week, which resulted in a DNF 31-point lead over Edwin Mendez. Alex Gray 63 points out, and Deanna Jones 65 out. I believe last week I said Rowe was 5th in points. I believe it was actually Gray. I looked at the point standings wrong, so apologies there. Your bubble driver still Zach Flickinger, 21st in points, but has a 40-point gap over 31st, so in good standing there. However, Jay Barker dropped 7 spots, only has a 15-point cushion, with Chris Dodd gaining 6 spots into the top 30 for the first time of the season, I think. He is 2 points above 31st place. Outside the top 30, Grayson Ace Fatal fell out 5 spots down. The point standings 32nd. Him and the 31st place guy, they are tied, so he is 2 points behind Chris Dodd, and so is DJ Curtis, who fell to 33rd. He is also 2 points back, so between Dodd, Fatal, and Curtis, it's pretty close. Philip Goldberg, 36 out, and Seth Cole, 48 points out, so still really bad there. Here's the rest of the chase field at the moment. Jonathan Zorlin, 6th in points. Alexander Rowe, 10th in points. Nate Rogers, 11th. Philip Parker, 12th. James Shelley down to 16th, with Gardner up to 20th with that win last week. Current drivers without a win besides Denton and Mendes that are in the chase is Nico Tringali and Zachary Fitzwater. Tringali has 4 points over John Arndt, Fitzwater 2. So Arndt is 2 out. Then Tyler Merkel, 14 out. Caleb Hoffman, 16 out. Samet Oskin is 19 out. And Andrew Rich is 26 points behind Zachary Fitzwater. Drivers are away, and by the way, Tringali 7th in points, Fitzwater 8th in points in the chase. John Arndt outside, he is 9th. Merkel 13th, Hoffman 14th, Oskin 15th, and Andrew Rich is 17th. Interesting thing you didn't see on camera last week was after the race had concluded, Chris Dodd's car blew up. He's got to be thankful it happened after the race and not under pacing, or he would not be where he is right now. 14 laps of racing here. Cautions are off for road courses. As a reminder, I got my can of Mountain Dew Pitch Black. We're coming to the start-finish line here in New York. It's a cloudy day. Decent temperature is 78 degrees. As they hit the end of the restart zone, green flag flies here at Watkins Glen. Into turn 1 they go. Watkins Glen can be a bit more of a boring road course compared to Sonoma, so keep that in mind. As they floor through the bus stop off the track. You're going to see that a lot today. Oh, someone got spun. Who was that? That was Emmanuel Hartnett. Got spun out, and now he's having issues getting back going. There's your other hometown guy, Joshua Scully, started 42nd. 3 wide, Andrew Rich, Colin Denton. This is crazy. It's really crazy right back here. But it appears that Charles Sanford will lead lap 1. But craziness in the back for sure. Peter Sands in 5th place. Remember, he had a great week going last week until he got in a wreck. If he hadn't wrecked, it probably would be a really good points gain for him. Sorry about that. I don't know what that lag spike was. But Charles Sanford out front. Martin Suarez is 2nd. Charles Jackson is 3rd with LJ Toledo 4th. And as we said, Peter Sands in 5th place. Sanford trying to get his first one of the season. It could happen very well today, unless someone's got a faster car than him and pit strategy plays out a certain way. There is Emmanuel Hartnett, and I'm not seeing any other wreckages going on in the back, as they are a bit double file in places. Charles Jackson seems to be faster. He's trying to close in and trying to get by Martin Suarez. He gets to the right side of him, but he's going to have to, he gets tight. He's going to have to check up. He's going to lose a good amount of ground there, as Toledo might close up on him here. Battle here for 7th place. That's Hoffman and Zorlin. And Hoffman's got to let him go because he was on the grass. Not letting go of him yet. Johnny Gardner sits in 9th with James Qualls in 10th. Zorlin really wide off the corner. That might give that position to Hoffman. Now Johnny Gardner is going to follow Hoffman into turn 1, looking to get back into 8th, which was where Gardner started. And he clears the 42 now. The 70 side by side with the 42 is Zorlin. He's just dropping spots. He's just going to let Qualls go. He wants to get back in line. And Sanford does not appear to have the fastest long run car, but Suarez is all the way off into the grass. And I would not be surprised if some of these guys might have to pit, because if they get black flag, that could be huge. And there is a huge gap between 14th and 15th place. There's Zach Rogers in 13th. Remember, he had a great run leading 12 laps last week at Meadowlands, and then he just got faltered back on a restart. Excuse me. But Sanford leading still. You can see Suarez fell back a bit because of that. Sanford actually just ran his quickest lap of the race. So 4 laps in, Caleb Hoffman ran a 2:63 one lap. What the heck? Oh, he ran that last time by. Wow. This 22 car is flying. You can see how fast they are, almost 200 when they slow. On the brakes pretty much all the way through the bus stop. Peter Sands got a bad run. Gray might try and get a run off the corner here. Road courses aren't like ovals. You want to try and get around it the shortest way possible. But Alex Gray's there, sitting in 6th place. Looking to have another good run. As Sanford continues to lead now. Amato is 10th. Where is Colin Denton? He is actually 22nd place last time by. So not doing too bad. Next time by, we will reach lap 7, as I had another lag skip there. I'm going to apologize for all these technical skips going on here. This is the third race I have recorded today, and this computer usually doesn't do that great when the game is opened and reopened again and again. But we're going to come around and complete lap 6. Caleb Hoffman, just wow. 197. This 22 car is dialed in. I watched the ticker there. It went from Hoffman being 2.41 seconds back to just 2.03. This guy's got a hot rod. As we said, Hoffman has entered the picture. He gained 5 points positions last week, 16 points behind 47, or the 47 of Zachary Fitzwater. And speaking of which, let's take a look through the standings at this picture. Nico Tringali is not having a good day. He's 23rd. Fitzwater is 20th. So they're pretty close. Now, John Arndt, however, he is 13th. So he's going to pass both those guys if he keeps it up. Tyler Merkel is 30th. He's not getting any help there. Hoffman is 7th. Oskin, I think I saw his car. He's 22nd. And Andrew Rich is 23rd. So Hoffman and Arndt are going to be the gainers here today. Mostly Hoffman. Now everybody seems to be closing in. Well, not everybody. Peter Sands and Caleb Hoffman are closing a bit. Hoffman seems to got the hot rod. You see Gardner's closing fast. Qualls just ran his fastest lap of the race. 8 laps in here. I'm not sure these guys are going to have to pit. It's getting dicey up front. And here's Peter Sands. He got a good run on LJ Toledo off the last corner, and he's going to try and take 4th place here. Toledo will let him by, so Sands moves up to 4th place with that pass, and Toledo is the car that's been last place in the standings. You know, road course is a good place. You qualify well, you can most likely finish well. Alex Gray right to his bumper. Now Hoffman might have used his stuff up because now he's getting caught up by Johnny Gardner. Suarez and Sanford still. This is a good race. Sanford's been faltering. It's going to be 5 to go at the line, but Charles Jackson just got a huge run on Suarez. He's going to look down here in the second to last corner. And that allows Peter Sands to catch up. Sands going to run the same line as Jackson. These two are side by side. That allows Sanford to gain some ground here. Sanford's loving that. Jackson wants a win. He has not been this good in a long time. And he has fallen out of the points picture. Suarez is going to get back by him, and that's going to cost them 4/10 on Charles Sanford, who leads this race. Michael Amato has made his way up to 10th. You see the big gap between Zach Rogers in 12th and Dylan Young in 13th. John Arndt is down to 14th. And Colin Denton's been gaining some ground here. He's trying to get by Grayson Ace Vado, who was our Sonoma winner. That does not happen. There you see there's Nico Tringali and Zachary Fitzwater, 21st and 23rd. When Rich is getting really close to his back end. I thought he was going to get turned. Speaking of people getting turned, has anybody else wrecked since Hartnett? No, it's just Hartnett's the only one. Suarez gaining some ground back there on Sanford. And here comes Caleb Hoffman. Hoffman has made his way around Alex Gray. And now he'll get 5th place on LJ Toledo. Hoffman with a late charge. I don't know how much time he's got here with 4 to go. But this is a great race for this 22 car. Now what he would need is for Suarez to get side by side with Sanford. Suarez is pulled away from the 11. Peter Sands is also quick. Don't count him out. And now Alex Gray is going to look for 6th on Toledo, but he's choosing the wrong spot to make a move on someone. Oh, it might work. Nope, it doesn't. Toledo gets back around them. But Hoffman up to 5th place, and he's still running 5s. And Sands is running 4s, and they've dialed it back in again. They start running slow laps. Now they're putting the heat on. They know. 3 to go. Suarez gained another 10th. That time by Jackson. Sands even more gaining. The less you go in that grass, the better off you seem to be, despite gaining more ground. Hoffman took the corner really wide, however. That is really going to hurt him. But the top 4 are all really close now. Suarez has really pulled in Charles Sanford here. They'll hit 2 to go. He gets close and then falls back. 0.2 faster that time was Martin Suarez. Can he close the deal? This is the guy from Peru. One of our foreign drivers. Trying to get that win. It's been hard for all of these foreign guys. Suarez, Austin, Chris Dodds managed to get 2 wins. Suarez is there. So is Charles Jackson, Peter Sands. Hoffman gains a little bit. Not as much as the others. White flag will be in the air this time by. I don't know. It's been Charles Sanford's race from the start. And Suarez has got Charles Jackson in his rearview mirror again. White flag is out here at Watkins Glen. It's been a pretty short race. Quick race. Suarez didn't really gain any ground that time by. Suarez is going to need a miracle lap to catch the 03. He's trying. Jackson's going to go wide. So Jackson won't be able to get second place. Excuse me, on Martin Suarez. He's just not close enough. Coming around the final corner, Sanford will lead every lap from the pole. He wins at Watkins Glen. Martin Suarez just could not get to him to make that pass, but Sanford holds on for the win. That's his first of the season, and we officially have 17 different winners. Suarez will get second. Charles Jackson gets third. Peter Sands fourth. Caleb Hoffman fifth. I think arguably had the best car. LJ Toledo gets sixth. Alex Gray seventh. Johnny Gardner eighth. James Coles ninth. And Michael Amato will round out the top 10. All right, so next week, guys, is Trucks Michigan first. Then Cup at Rockingham, which is a tire-eating track. Expect the track officials to give you a bit of a longer race to see these guys have 1 or 2 pit stops. It's sure to be one heck of a show. So I will see you guys next time.